Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of the FRAG Champions League. It is finally time to see who between ISSGONRAIN and HADES is the best player, but first and foremost, we shall look at our friends Lex and Unix fighting off for third place. And so begins the fight for the bronze medal. Lex and Unix, both of them playing very strong offensive characters, but also very powerful defensive characters. I can't wait to see where these games will go. And Lex decides to switch pretty quickly to Cybercop, while Unix goes for the more offensive Andromeda. So we'll see how this goes. Here, Unix is trying to pick up kills from afar, takes the Paku, while Cybercop on the Lex side places a very powerful protective barrier. Looks like Unix will be able to get out of that jam with Andromeda, forcing Lex to switch to Dr. Frost to defend his own base. A very high layer of Dr. Frost against a mid-elf Andromeda that has no worries killing the Dr. Frost. Meanwhile, Lex's offense is doing some good work too, but his Paku is on the defensive side, will be able to pick up that Andromeda, while Unix also switched to the defensive for Paku, taking down that Lucha, and then switching to Cybercop. So the Paku duel, unfortunately, will probably go in favor of Lex this time, while Unix Cybercops more specifically, takes down the Rick Rock and then destroys the other Cybercop area. That's going to take some time. Meanwhile, Lex is still on the defensive, destroying Unix's Lucha. Unix encounters the enemy Cybercop, but he's still on the defensive, while Lex is making an offensive push all alone with his Paku. He's going to be able, I think, to destroy that first... Oh, wait, the Jack interrupted him, but he is able to destroy the first bunker after all. Forcing Unix to switch to Paku and destroy Lex's Paku before he can do too much damage to the second bunker. Both players will switch at the same time. Lex back at the offensive. Referee Croc stuns Unix's Jack and will be able to inflict enough damage on it to force it away. Jack unfortunately will not be able to do much at that range. Unix dies to Rick Rock, who picks up the kill, and with the help of Lucha does tremendous damage to that target, and this amazing stun will give even more momentum to Lex, allowing him to almost take that second bunker. But it's still a very close game. It can be anyone's game. Andromeda is still defending against Big Paku and will still be able to take the kill, allowing Unix to make his own offensive push. But unfortunately, it seems that Dr. Frost is there to stop him. Doesn't have his ability, unfortunately, really does his damage, but he will be able to take down the Paku and the Cybercop. Andromeda takes down the bunker, but she's now facing not less than 4 enemy characters. Still a very, very close game, as Unix, unfortunately, well, fortunately for him, will be taking game 1 thanks to that powerful push and situation reversal. We are now going into game 2 for third place. This time Unix makes the very particular choice of going for Jack, which I think is the first time we've seen Jack in this whole tournament. A very powerful character, but only effective at close range. And this Jack will be able to take down the Paku and the Lucha almost effortlessly. Really good choice from Unix, it seems, until the Cybercop came and unfortunately for Unix, took him down. We'll now probably have a Cybercop duel. This town isn't big enough for the two of us. Unix trying to predict Lex's movement, doing a pretty decent job at it as he manages to catch Cybercop, well, Lex's Cybercop unaware and eventually kill him. Good job, Unix. And now it's time to make an offensive push. There's still a Paku around his base, but Lex will go on the offense and Unix will go on the offense with his Cybercop. So by sheer damage output, clearly Lex should have the advantage because, you know, Paku does more damage than Cybercop. But Lex forgot one thing, it's that Unix is not alone, and Unix still has people defending his base, while Lex doesn't seem to have many people defending his, which will allow in time Cybercop to take down... Oh, there the other Cybercop. There's another Cybercop situation. and the really low damage Cybercop does to targets really plays against him right now. He is unable to take down. Oh wait, he finally took down that bunker. Oh wait, the Andromeda took down the bunker, so not even the Cybercop. Lex win that Cybercop duel and will he use this momentum to go the offensive? Oh, but wait, there's still the very concerning and terrifying Jack trapping 3 people. And oof, he just blew up that Rig Rock. And will the Cybercop be able to... Ah, never mind, there's the Paku helping out. And yep, Lex should be able to take down that second bunker, but decides to switch back to the defensive. Unfortunately, there's only Lucha on this side, while Andromeda, controlled by Unix, does an amazing work at defending his own base. Oh wait, it seems there is someone on top of Lex's tower. It's the Lucha, and it will be intercepted by the own Lucha, and both Luchas using their ability at the same time. Lex's Lucha will perish. Unix also goes for what it seems to be the defense, and his Lucha will take the game for him. Congratulations, Unix, for getting 3rd place in the FRAG Champions League. But above 3rd place, there's 2nd, and more importantly, there is 1st. ISSGONRAIN or HADES? Which of the 2 finalists will become our FRAG champion? Well, let's take a look. ISSGONRAIN going with the Andromeda, and HADES switching immediately to Desperados. 2 very powerful offensive characters. I would say Desperados is the more versatile one thanks to his stun ability, which he uses right now in a defensive manner to try and take down the enemy Paku. Unfortunately, Paku is really powerful at close quarters and will be able to take the Desperados down. ISSGONRAIN doing pretty good job. That Lucha just flew away. It's an amazing situation, really. HADES is currently dueling with the enemy Genkis, while ISSGONRAIN already took down 1 bunker, lost one of his own too, to the enemy Paku. HADES decides to switch to defense now that his Desperados has come back. Will be able to take it on the Paku, but wait, there's an Andromeda shooting at you from above. Will you be able to take her down? Unfortunately, there's no solid footing for Desperados there. So ISSGONRAIN's Andromeda is gonna walk out of this one and escape, and with 3 characters in HADES' tower, is there something Dr. Frost can do at this point to stop this game 1 from going to ISSGONRAIN? Unfortunately, there isn't. A very quick game 1 in favor of ISSGONRAIN. Now for game 2, and let's see how this goes. It would seem that HADES switched to his more familiar Paku, one of his best characters, but the ISSGONRAIN Andromeda, never mind, just got blown up by the aforementioned Paku. So excellent work despite this. There's a Paku duel that goes in ISSGONRAIN's favor. The quick turnaround and shield helped win this one. And now HADES is in a perfect offensive spot, taking down the first bunker really quickly, and decides immediately to switch back to defensive, which is a really smart move considering the situation his Lucha found himself in. Rig Rock will be able to stun that enemy Lucha, which has been taken over by ISSGONRAIN, who also switched back to Lucha, grabbed the heal, decides to hide back a little, and goes for the central heal actually, so he's going to be able to do even more damage and wreak even more havoc. But there's the Desperados there, carefully placing headshots and tanking down enemy characters. Unfortunately, HADES will not be able to defend his second bunker, but it will take down the Lucha. So now the pressure is on HADES to defend his tower. Once again, there's the Andromeda coming, this very dangerous Andromeda. HADES took her down, fortunately for him, but there's still a huge point difference that's getting actually significantly shorter by the second as ISSGONRAIN's characters keep dying. Could it be a comeback opportunity for HADES? He goes for the offensive, while ISSGONRAIN is going to stick to the defensive. Both players have now lost both their bunkers and have their towers vulnerable. But the Paku from ISSGONRAIN is not to be underestimated, taking down the Desperados, taking down the Lucha even. And as he gives the order to attack, it would seem that he himself will focus on defending, dodging the Rick Rock stun almost perfectly. That was pretty amazing. He spots the Dr. Frost from afar and tries to take it down. He does succeed in taking him down. The difference in points is significantly reduced between the two players, and we have another Desperados Andromeda situation in which Desperados will not be able, unfortunately, to use his stun to gain superior footing. Two Luchas dueling, but ISSGONRAIN doesn't care. He will go straight for the tower. Meanwhile, Hades is going to try and catch him with the very slow, very cumbersome Paku. I don't think this is going to work, and by the time he gets there, ISSGONRAIN runs away and ultimately dies, but there is a 300 points difference between the two players now. A situation clear in favor of ISSGONRAIN. All he has to do now is get one kill for this game to be over, and it looks like he will be able to find this kill with the Paku ability on Rick Rock and Desperados. Game 2 goes to ISSGONRAIN. But wait, this is the grand finals. This is a best out of 5. So ISSGONRAIN is going to have to win another game in this series. This is Hades' chance for redemption. This is Hades' chance for success, and he manages to basically almost destroy that Paku, but unfortunately Desperados will be caught in some boxes once again and stopped. Excellent Rick Rock stun from Hades. Will he be able to take down that Paku? He is able to take down that Paku, but he is very low on health. ISSGONRAIN, with only one character alive at the moment, will have to switch to the Genkiss. An excellent bomb deployed by the Genkiss should make short work of the offense, taking down Rick Rock, taking down Desperados, still dealing damage to the Paku, which Hades just took control of. Hades is the one to take the first bunker in this game, ultimately gets blown up by the Andromeda. But now ISSGONRAIN's team is at full power, and Hades will switch to the defense with Dr. Frost. There is a huge lead in Hades' favor. This is probably actually his chance at redemption. This very weird Andromeda ability, probably to dodge some Dr. Frost shots. Andromeda ultimately takes down Dr. Frost, and with all these characters on the Hades side, it looks like ISSGONRAIN is not too concerned with Paku. Sorry, not the Paku, the enemy Lucha taking down his own bunker. It's a huge jump even for Andromeda, and Hades is going to be focusing on the defensive, but notices that there is an enemy Lucha going at his tower. What will ISSGONRAIN do? ISSGONRAIN switches to the Lucha, defend his base, and then immediately switches back to the Andromeda. It looks like he is managing to counter this amazing reversal with a reversal of his own, and the Dr. Frost is coming, but the quick and nimble ISSGONRAIN is going to be able to dodge it and dodge the Frost ability, dancing circles around the Frost, taking the Frost down, and maybe taking him in the game? Could it be a 3-0 for ISSGONRAIN? It is a 3-0 for ISSGONRAIN, the one and only FRAG Champions League champion. Hades gets second place, sorry. A magnificent second place, but the gold medal goes to Echo's own ISSGONRAIN. Let it be known that I'm applauding right now. Some fantastic game and in an incredible tournament. Both competitors did their best, but ultimately ISSGONRAIN is going to be the one to take the win. Thank you guys so much for watching the FRAG Champions League. I hope this inspired you to become a better player, a better competitor, so you can have a shot at the next tournament.